all of that, all of that. My name is Judy Cakes, okay? This is Cooking with Cakes, where we like to take trending social media recipes, make them here in my kitchen, let you know if it's hitting on anything for you, make it in your kitchen, right? Today's meal will be a seafood lasagna. Oh, yeah, y'all heard me right. It's bougie. It's seafood lasagna. Quit playing with me. Quit playing with me. Okay. I have a special treat for y'all. A very special treat for y'all. We have our featured guest for today is going to be our very own Chef Rexus. Okay, Chef Rexus from the famous Chef Wars. Okay, all right. It's a featured show on here. Y'all better know him. If y'all don't know him, you better get to know him. Come on up with me, Chef Rexus. Ooh, I'm excited about this one. Okay, I'm excited about this. Rex.
Oh, what's man? My bad. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Things just be, you know what I mean?
Okay, welcome, welcome, welcome. Everybody, just so y'all know, we are recording to try to get a feature, so let's make sure we keep the profanity to a minimum. Let's keep the drinks out the way, the smokes out the way, all of that. All right? Just a little warning, just a little pre-warning. Now, you know how that be. You know how that be. So, Rexes, tell us a little bit about you, what you got going on with the app, what's going on?
Yeah, absolutely. So what's going on, y'all? My name is Rexus, former top badge on here, also former host of Executive Chef Wars. Nowadays, I just be getting to the grind. You know what I mean? I'm still around. You know what I mean? You can still find me. Instagram exists, but you know what I mean? I still be around on to the grind at the moment. On to the grind. Today, though, I'm excited. Like we got two of my favorite things. We got cakes and cakes. I'm sorry, cakes and cakes and seafood. Cakes and seafood. There we go. Cakes and seafood. I'm excited though. I'm really excited about today's dish.
I love some seafood as well. I mean, I was talking to Rexus the other day and we were talking about sushi. So, seafood is definitely at the top of our totem pole. I don't know how y'all feel about it. I don't know how y'all feel about it. But yeah,
First comes seafood, then comes everything else. If you like, I'm one of those though. Like if you have an allergy to seafood, we can't even be together. Like I ain't gonna hold you. That's a deal breaker for me. I don't care how good you look, how good you know what I mean. Like I need that seafood. If I can't kiss you after having some lobster, I can't do nothing with you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
he said what he said, y'all. He said what he said.
I'm sorry.
Let's get this show moving right along, okay? Because we got a nice little long one to make. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and show y'all the TikTok that inspired today's recipe. Okay, let me just make recipes a little bigger, a little bigger.
All right, y'all. This thing got my back going. Hold up. Let me bring it up a little closer. It's got the music and everything, so we're gonna do it with the music. Look at that. Look at that. Just look at that. That right there is what we making today. Now, I hope y'all ready. Make sure you got your pen, your paper. A lot of times, some of y'all probably have most of these ingredients in your house. You just didn't know that you could combine them like that to make it do what it do. So I'm gonna let the chef, you know what I mean, get it in. She gonna tell y'all about it, but I'm definitely got some stuff for y'all later on. I'm excited about
Oh,
today.
absolutely, absolutely. And I'm going to actually get ready to get started here. Rex, did you have maybe a couple quick facts for them on the
I
dish
do.
today?
I do. So there's a couple of things about this dish that I actually found interesting. You know, a lot of people, whenever you come to this dish, like, how did we get to this shrimp lasagna thing? You know, did it just come out of nowhere? It's a little TikTok trend. It's really good to kind of go back and check out the history of where it comes from, especially with the way the gas prices are going. I wish I could live in a place to where, you know, I mean, unfortunately, we ain't got no cows, but we got all this seafood next door. So this actually originates from still in Italy. definitely still in that area, but still, this originates from an area that fish is a little bit more prevalent, and they have a little bit more seafood in their area as compared to beef. So this is pretty much where this dish originated from. Using what they have, this dish has crab meat and shrimp, but you can do many other things with it. You can use salmon, you can use other forms of meat or other forms of seafood, scallops if you got it. Also, with something with this one that you'll notice is a little bit differently. There's no tomatoes in this dish. Tomatoes carry a very high acid base to them, so tomatoes would really overpower the shrimp. You'd end up getting something like etouffee, as compared to actually getting yourself of that seafood lasagna. So instead of the tomatoes, we got that out. We're going for the white sauce because I think everybody in here be going for the white sauce. You know what I mean? But we just got the white sauce, a little bit more of a bechamel cream base to it. So a little bit more smooth. So you don't have that acidity to it. You have that kind of that smooth, cheesy base to it. So if you're a fan of that cheese pull and you're not looking for the midsection reduction, that's where it's gonna come from. Find out the kind of cream you want to do in, change the kind of cheese that you're gonna put in there, but that's where that'll come in from.
Lord, my bad. That's on me.
Technologica, technologica.
Thank you, Chef Rexis. I think we about to get cooking. You can go ahead and jump down. Don't go nowhere. We got some
Absolutely.
stuff in store for you later.
No words. Look, I'm gonna pick up this glass right here and I'm gonna drink my water. Then y'all have a great one.
Absolutely. Drink that water. Absolutely. Okay. Yes, y'all. Yes. So that was Chef Rexis. Once again, if you're in here, if you're just getting in here, this is Cooking with Cakes. We like to make trending social media recipes in my kitchen, let you know if it's hitting on anything for you, make it in your kitchen. Today, we're making a seafood lasagna. Okay. Rexis gave y'all a bunch of facts about that. Not the paper was still on there. He gave y'all a bunch of facts about the seafood lasagna, but now we're about to get to cooking. Okay, Shaq, what's up, everybody? Welcome, welcome. So let's get started. First thing you want to do is preheat your oven to 375. We are going to be baking this bad boy, so make sure you preheat your oven now. Okay. Next step, you want to go ahead and start boiling your water. You want to get a big pot of water, and you want to salt that bad boy like the ocean. Okay. Don't be worrying about your hypertension and stuff like that right now. Salt that bad boy like the ocean. Get that pot salted and get it boiling, all right? That's how we're gonna boil our noodles, okay? So after you got all that done, go ahead and grab you a skillet and start melting up some butter. Melting up some butter, okay? Yes, this is a little bit healthier than the heavier lasagna, the ground beef and all of that. However, we're going to still use butter. We're going to still use cheese. We're going to be using all of that. So, yes, melt you 2 tablespoons of butter. While that butter is melting down, go ahead and chop you down a small white onion, as well as 3 cloves of garlic. Once again, try to kind of have fun with it. If you like more onions, add more onions. If you like more garlic, add more garlic. Don't even worry about it. Do what you want to do. Easy. But yeah, so, all right, that is almost melted down. Get that turned up there. So what we're gonna be doing with this here is we're gonna go ahead and we're going to make what's called a roux. Okay, anybody heard of a roux before? We're gonna be making a roux, okay? It's basically the base that is made to make any type of gravy, any type of sauce, any type of thing like that, which is consistent of some type of fat, butter, okay, and flour, right? So we're gonna take our butter, we're gonna, once that melts down, we're going to fry up our garlic and our onion in it, and then we're gonna get our roux going, okay? Come on, Rexis, correct me if I'm wrong here now, okay? We got the executive chef here. We got the executive chef here. He gonna let y'all know. Yes. So I've already pre-chopped my onions and my garlic. I'm on it. I've already pre-chopped my onions and my garlic. So that's done, but this is definitely what you want to do at this point. All right, all right. Butter's down. I'm gonna go ahead and get, these are my 4 cloves of garlic. I don't care. I like garlic. Get that in that pan. I don't leave nothing behind, so we're gonna scrape that bowl, right? Okay, and I'm also going to take my onions, which I actually food process. I can chop them, but I can't get them as small as this. So if you got a food processor, do it, do it. It's healthy for you, more better. Got you. Rex has said so, okay? Like Red Lobster biscuits with this would be an overkill, but I want it. It might be, but it does sound big backish. I'm not gonna lie to you on that, but it might be a pretty good addition. All right, in normal fashion, y'all already know. Make sure y'all watch that for me. Make sure y'all watch that for me. Yeah. My bad, y'all couldn't see nothing. All right, now you can see. All right, so we've got our garlic and our onions sauteing over here in our butter. We want to go ahead and let them cook down to just soft. You know, it's not going to take that long because I went on and food processed that. So 1 to 2 minutes of a saute, nothing too crazy, 1 to 2 minutes. All right, while that's doing that, let's go ahead and prep our meat. Okay, you want to take some shrimp. This is, what is this? This is half of a bag of shrimp. It's actually large shrimp, and I cut them up into bite-sized pieces. This is what I had in the freezer. So yeah, use what you got to use. So take your half a bag of shrimp. We're only going to use a half a bag of shrimp because this is what's going inside the lasagna. I want to do a garnish on top of the lasagna of the other half of that shrimp. Okay, keep up with me. Keep up with me. I know y'all following me. Keep up. Okay. So take that shrimp and let's go ahead and get it seasoned up. We're going to be using Old Bay. All right, Old Bay, not the new Bay, because the Old Bay be a little bit spicier. I ain't gonna lie to you. Old Bay, a little bit of paprika. Paprika. All right, I'm gonna get a little bit of that Tony's in there, because why not? We're gonna get a little bit of that Tony's in there. Okay, and I'm gonna use, like, this wasn't in the recipe, by the way. Once again, I said add your own flavor, do what you want to do. All right, this is what's called a Maggi cube. I bought these when I had my Nigerian episode, so I've got like a whole bag of them. But this one's specifically for shrimp, so I wanted to go ahead and incorporate this. Or seafood, not shrimp, specifically for seafood. So I'm gonna take like 1/4 of this. Okay, and I'm gonna just crumble it in there. All right. You still got cubes there. Those cubes last forever, forever. All right, y'all, so I think the garlic and onion are sauteed down to where they need to be. We're gonna go ahead and move to our next step of our roux. And the next step of the roux is going to be that flour. And if y'all just getting here, this is Cooking with Cakes. My name is Judy Cakes. This is where we take trending social media recipes, make them in my kitchen, let you know if it's hitting on anything for you, make it in your kitchen. Today we're making a seafood lasagna. Stick around, stick around. I think it's gonna be good for you. Okay, take 4 tablespoons of flour, y'all. Let's get that roux started. 4 tablespoons of flour. Get that roux started. Okay. We're gonna make sure this is nice and combined. Nice and combined. I'm using kind of a rubber spoon here. So I'm just kind of pressing everything together just to make sure I don't see any more of that flour residue. Okay. All right, just kind of spreading that out because I'm gonna let that cook for like exactly 1 minute. We're gonna let that cook. I'm going to grab some olive oil, and in a second skillet, you want to go ahead and get that piping hot. Okay. Throw some, not throw, put some olive oil in it. Okay. Put some olive oil in it. You want that skillet to be hot. This is the skillet that we're going to go ahead and put that shrimp into. Okay, so I'm gonna actually turn this up to like a medium high. You want it to be hot. Like I said, this is where you're gonna be throwing that shrimp. We don't want to cook our shrimp right here on the stove. Okay, that's very, very important. Okay, I want this to go in the skillet for like a minute tops. I don't want it to cook all the way at all because remember, we're putting it in the oven. Shrimp does not do well when you overcook it. Okay, so yeah, make sure you do that. Make sure you do that. One thing I did not put in was pepper. Throw a little pepper on it. Okay, and I'm just gonna toss my shrimp a little bit. All right, all right. What kind of seafood will you use if you do this again for yourself? Ooh, very good question. I ain't gonna lie, I thought of adding some other seafood. I thought of adding some other stuff. However, just didn't happen, just didn't happen. Okay, back to our roux while we're letting that heat up. Go ahead and throw a cup of heavy whipping cream in. Once again, I'm gonna take my rubber and I'm just gonna smash everything here. Smash it in, and then we're gonna move on to a whisk. Okay, we wanna make sure there's no clumps, no lumps, no nothing like that. Okay. Throw more of that in there. Heavy whipping cream. Okay, and after you get the heavy whipping cream in there, you also want to add a cup of milk. Okay, that skillet is heating up back there. This is really a recipe that you gotta kind of move with, okay? See why? Hello. So I'm gonna do, turn this down. Okay, and get my milk in there, and I'm gonna go ahead and start whisking. Okay. Get a good whisk going. I've got this eye now on a medium low because I don't want to boil it. All right. I'm gonna that we have started up for our shrimp. It is nice and hot now. I'm gonna go ahead and throw my shrimp in. That is what you want to hear when you throw that shrimp in. Let me go ahead and clean my bowl. Okay. All right, all right. Yes, that sizzle. Hello, Patty. All right, I'm just gonna shake them around a little bit, and I can already see them getting that nice brown on them. Probably at least literally like 10 more seconds. I don't want to cook that shrimp, y'all. I don't want to cook that shrimp. I just want a nice little crisp on it. Okay. This is where I miss a gas stove. I know I'm digressing, but I miss a gas stove. You know, you flip it and you got that fire up under it. Make you feel like you're doing something. Make you feel like you're doing something. Okay. Now we've got our shrimp together. We're gonna put it to the side. You're allergic, but you're here. That's okay. I got Benadryl. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. What up, big brother? Okay, let me throw this milk and this heavy whipping cream back. Once again, get back into this sauce. We're gonna stir. We don't want any lumps or bumps or nothing like that. Okay. All right, while that is thickening up, we'll leave that alone while that's thickening up. Oh, yep. Yep. Okay. This cheese, for this sauce, I'm going to be adding in a little element that, it's not in the recipe, but oh, I love it. Okay. It's going to be the Boursin cheese. This flavor is the shallot and chive. If you don't know about it, but definitely add it to your Alfredo, so your fresh Alfredo sauce that you're going to be making, everything like that. Yeah. Go ahead and get that added. Go ahead and add that to your resume, your repertoire. Okay. Cream cheese. What? What's cream cheese? You saying you add cream cheese to your Alfredo? I use that. Love it. Yeah. No. Boursin is that stuff. Okay. Back into this sauce. Okay. It's getting a little thicker here. Okay. Once again, if y'all just getting here, my name is Judy Cakes, and this is Cooking with Cakes, where we take trending social media recipes, make them in my kitchen, let you know if it's hitting on anything for you, make it in your kitchen. Today we're making seafood lasagna, and this is fresh grated Parmesan cheese. Okay. You can absolutely use the stuff from the bag. Okay. Judy is not telling you that you have to do everything she does. You can absolutely use the stuff from the bag. However, if you fresh grate, baby, that stuff gonna melt. That stuff gonna melt. It's gonna taste 10 times better. It don't take that long, I promise. Okay. Let me just get in the oven here. Okay. That sauce is thickening up. We're gonna get to it. Just get in this oven. Y'all know we already got one baking because this show is only an hour. And I ain't got time for all of that. Okay? All right. All right. Next. Like I said, go ahead and fresh grate your Parmesan cheese if you can. Fresh grate it. Okay? Definitely. Thank you. Big block of unmelted cheese if you don't. Yeah. It's the bagged shredded cheese, it has an agent on it that allows for it not to stick, so it doesn't all stick to each other, so it stays loose in that bag. And I just don't want that in my food. So that's what we're doing here. All right, back to the sauce. We're gonna take a healthy portion of this Boursin cheese. All right, don't ask me what the measurement of a healthy portion is. Just go ahead and put it in with your soul. That's gonna be about a third of this for me. That's gonna be about a third of this block for me. Yes, Lord. Okay. Chop that up and get that incorporated in there. Yes. All right. Okay, once you get that Boursin cheese in there, once again, we're gonna make sure we keep whipping, we keep whisking, because we gotta make sure that we don't get anything burnt to the bottom of the pan or anything like that. This is cheese, y'all. So that's what cheese likes to do. All right, take you a little bit of that fresh grated Parmesan cheese and get that on in there. Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. I'm gonna go back in with that whisk. Okay, you can see this really coming along as a sauce now. You can really see it trying to grab onto that whisk. You can really see it doing its thing. All right. Turn that down a little bit more. And I'm gonna go ahead and throw my cheeses back in the fridge. Okay. All right. And then at this stage, you can really gauge what you want from your sauce, okay? If you feel like it's a little too thick, you can always add more milk. If you feel like it's not thick enough, you can add more cheese. This is absolutely, the sauce is definitely something that you can fix later, okay? Don't panic, it's all right. Don't panic, it is okay. All right. Let that down. Next thing we're gonna do, remember I said we made half of that bag of shrimp. What we are going to do here, like that. And what I said about adding more milk, I'm gonna do that because I don't like how thick it is. I need it to be saucy. Because if anybody knows, if you have a sauce and you put it in the oven, you put it on the stove or anything like that, it's going to get even thicker. So I don't want to start out the thickest of the thickest. All right. Once you get that sauce going, go ahead and season with everything that we seasoned with. Hey, mommy, we're going to go in with some Old Bay, not the New Bay. Some paprika. Okay. Some Tony's. Okay. A little bit of that Maggie. Once again, you can season with whatever your heart's desire is. That's what I'm seasoning with. Whatever your heart desires, please season with it. Okay. I'm gonna throw in a little pepper. Okay. A little bit of Himalayan salt. All right. Stir that up and let it do its thing. Stir that up. And actually, we're going to go ahead and add in one more element. That one more element is going to be spinach. Now, this recipe did not call for spinach. However, I put spinach in whatever I can put spinach in, okay? Whatever I can put spinach in. All right, take your pre-washed spinach and just kind of cut that down here. Okay, I cut it down to the stems. All right, and I throw the stems away because I don't want the stems in it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just take my fresh cut spinach and we're gonna throw it right on in this sauce. Stem. Right there in the sauce. Mix that in and just kind of let it cook. All right, now that sauce is definitely coming along. It's looking really, really good. Get that spinach off my whisk. Okay, now next portion. That portion of shrimp. Actually, if you don't want to use like half your bag of shrimp, one thing I actually found that was really cool, if y'all ever heard of salad shrimp, they're like these really tiny shrimp. They actually are really cute and make for a nice, to go on top. That topper that I was talking about, that garnish. Yep. All right. If y'all are just getting here, my name is Judy Cakes. Okay. This is Cooking with Cakes, where we like to take trending social media recipes, make them in my kitchen, let you know if it's hitting on anything for you, make it in your kitchen. This is a seafood lasagna. That's what it is. It's a seafood lasagna. Okay. We have seasoned up our salad shrimp with all the seasonings that we've used this whole show. Okay. All the seasonings that we've used, we want to make sure they're nice and covered. Set them to the side. Get our pan back on that we cooked our other shrimp in. We want to get it nice and hot because once again, you do not want to cook this shrimp all the way through. You want it to not have a nice little crispy crust on it. That's all we want. That's it. That's it. Bam, Pyrex. Okay. So grab you some olive oil, throw it in that pan, and let that get hot. Okay. So while we're waiting on that, let's go ahead and prepare our actual meat mixture. Our actual meat mixture that we're going to be using here is going to be our shrimp that we flash cooked. Okay. And it's also going to be some fresh crab meat. Okay, this one is the crab claw meat. You can do crab claw. There's a special. You can do whatever. I just say don't use the imitation. Okay, please don't use the imitation. All right, you're gonna take a really fancy meal down to a ghetto special if you use imitation. Okay, that's my PSA for today. Look at those chunks. Like, look at that. Look at that, y'all. We're gonna take this whole thing, dump it right up in there with that shrimp, chop it down. All right. I'm gonna turn my sauce off and just let that simmer there, let that percolate. Ooh, yes, that spinach don't want to let go. Don't worry, I don't want to let you go either. Lord have mercy. Okay. So yeah, let that cook in there. Once you get your crab meat in here, what we're gonna do? We're gonna season just a little bit more. Season up this crab meat that's on top. We got pepper. Once again, all the seasonings we've been using: pepper, paprika, Old Bay, not the new Bay. All right, Tony's. Boom, and that's it. That's it. That's all. My pan back here is hot. We're gonna go ahead and dump in the shrimp, and y'all listen for what I'm trying to tell y'all about how this needs to sound when you throw this in this pan. Get your pan nice and hot, okay? That's it right there. That's it right there. You don't want to cook this shrimp for more than a minute. All right, nice and hot. Don't cook it for more than a minute. All right. I'm just gonna throw this shrimp around, and I can already see a nice crust. Lord, dropping it all. A nice crust forming on it. I'm gonna let it sit there, but still, like I said, not more than a minute. Went on and cleaned my bowl so we don't have any more raw shrimp particles in that bowl. We're gonna throw that shrimp right back in that bowl. I'm gonna take my pre-cooked shrimp pieces and my crab meat, and I'm just gonna mix them around here. Oh, good goodness. Mouth watering. I'm trying to tell y'all what I got to tell y'all, but my mouth is watering. Just in case y'all look at that. Them big old crab clumps. And let me take my shrimp off. Because I'm getting lost in the Okay, look at that shrimp, y'all. Do y'all see what I'm talking about? That little crust there. That's what I wanted. That's all I wanted from that. That's all I wanted. Not cooking it all the way through. Just giving it that little crust. All right, set everybody to the side. I think it is time to go ahead and put our lasagna together. Let's do it. So, grab you a pan, whatever pan you want to do. Make sure it's a little deep so you can make you a lasagna, okay? Not a cookie sheet, all right? Not a cookie sheet, a pan. All right, we got that established. All right, if y'all just getting here, this is Cooking with Cakes. My name's Judy Cakes. We make trending social media recipes. Let you know if it's hidden on some. We're making seafood lasagna. All right, so I have pre-boiled noodles. You can also use the oven-ready noodles if you want to. Mine were boiled. All right, take your pan. Take you a ladle of some kind, a deep spoon. Doesn't have to be in exactly a ladle. Now, take you a spoon that's nice and deep. Your first layer is gonna be sauce. Okay, first layer is gonna be sauce. Don't be stingy with that sauce. Put that down. That pan is heavy. All right, go ahead and spread it out. Let me get y'all over here. All right, go ahead and spread it out there. I feel like I'm being stingy, so I was gonna add just a little bit more. First layer sauce. Next layer, 3 lasagna noodles. 1, 2, 3. All right, get that down in there. If y'all like a ricotta cheese, absolutely. At this point, put in your ricotta cheese. If you don't like ricotta cheese, don't add that right there. So since I'm not doing ricotta, I'm gonna do a little bit more sauce. Okay. Yes, Lord. All right, give me 2 more minutes on that. All right. I'm gonna spread that out. I'm gonna take some mozzarella. Go through that, take a little Parmesan. Go through that like that. And now I'm gonna take my meat mixture. Yes, that lumpy crab, that shrimp, that, yes, all of that. Get it on down there. Get it on down there. Woo! Yes, I had to holler real quick. Sometimes you got to shout. All right, get your meat on there. All right, moving on. Rinse and repeat. All right, rinse and repeat. Pillow. Go ahead and get your sauce going. All right, get that spread out as much as you can. Next step is going to be noodles. Take your 3 lasagna noodles. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Okay, like I said, rinse and repeat. We're just doing everything we just did. Sauce, cheese. That mozzarella cheese. I'm not gonna be stingy with it. If y'all don't know anything about me, Judy love the cheese, so we're not gonna be stingy with cheese. Not here. No. All right, we got enough. We ain't got to make it enough, like Smokey Mama said. Go ahead and take you some of that meat mixture and get it in there. We got the lumps of the crab. We got the lumps of them shrimp. Whew, golly. This is something you're not gonna see with imitation, y'all. This is something you're not gonna see with imitation. Get that out the oven. Lord, if I was on Chef Rex's show right now, I'd have asked him time, Chef. Okay. Oh, I cracked myself up. All right, more sauce. Okay. The sound effects. All right, more sauce. Got to. Once again, this sauce it's a white sauce with spinach in it It's been seasoned to the high heavens with Old Bay, paprika. We've seasoned this down, okay? So the ancestors told us to stop, okay? Chef says we got 20 minutes. Chef says we got 20 minutes. All right, we got our sauce in here. 3 more noodles. This is gonna be our last layer, y'all. Noodle, noodle, noodle. All right. Grab us some sauce. All right, I feel like I'm being stingy over there. Okay. Get us some cheese on. Y'all already noticed this pattern by now. Little mozzarella, little Parmesan. And get the rest of that meat in there. The rest of it. Okay, because I said we're doing, this is our last layer. Try to get it in there as evenly as possible. And no seafood left behind. We're going to get that whole bowl in there, okay? Whatever's left, all the remnants. Okay, got our meat on there. We're gonna do what's left of our cheese, of our sauce, sorry. Cheese come next. I'm getting a little excited, my bad. Y'all know, King Chava. Drop that sauce. Drop what is left of that sauce. Ooh, I did good this time. Lasagna is tricky. You don't know how much you should put of each. You know, you just kind of do it with your heart. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of smooth that out a little bit there. We're going to now top it off with our mozzarella cheese. Seafood lasagna, put some respect on that, okay? All right, get that mozzarella in there. We're gonna put the rest of the mozzarella on there, because why not? Rest of that Parmesan, sprinkle, sprinkle. Yep. All right, and we're also going to take some parsley, fresh cut parsley. All right. Make sure it's not in big clumps there. And we're gonna take that seared solid shrimp that we just did a little bit ago. And we're gonna sprinkle that over the top. Yeah, we are garnishing with shrimp. Yeah, absolutely we are. Play the big back song, because I don't care. We're garnishing with shrimp. All right, shrimp and parsley. All right, spread that out as evenly as you can. All right, and now it is ready to go in the oven. We'll go ahead and cover this with a piece of aluminum foil. All right, and throw in your oven on 375 for 25 minutes, okay? 25 minutes, and then we'll remove the aluminum foil and cook it for another 15, which is gonna really get our top nice and nice looking, okay? Nice looking. Throw this in the oven. All right, so I guess we wait, right? Wrong. Y'all know me? Y'all know me by now? Hey, this is Judy Cakes. This is Cooking with Cakes. This is where we take trending social media recipes, make them in my kitchen, let you know if it's hidden on anything for you, make it in your kitchen. Y'all know I got a backup. Y'all know I done already got this made. Don't worry about it. It got to rest for 10 minutes. Okay? Just like you got to rest after you done been running around all day. Hey, Uber. Yeah, it got to rest for 10 minutes. So don't even worry about that. Don't even worry about that. So at this point, you know, this is a great time to go ahead and clean your kitchen. Clean up what you could not clean up. You know, if you're doing a show like me, we couldn't stop and do the cleaning. It definitely bothers my soul that I can't clean while I'm cooking because I'm trying to make a time constraint for y'all. But absolutely, this is the time. Absolutely, this is the time. Okay. Besides that, I'm thinking we can definitely go on ahead and get into the next portion here. Chef Rexus, are you available at all? I know we're a little early. Little early. Didn't think I would be saying that on this show. Not this one. Not when we making lasagna. Yeah, I think I'm gonna hide the big reveals from y'all for a good, yeah, a good maybe like 7 minutes. Y'all stick around for 7 minutes. Yep. Mm-hmm. I'm like that. That's who I am.
All right, so having the other lasagna already done, love that, love that, fire,
Hey,
fire.
there's no way we were gonna sit here for 35, 45 minutes.
You
Waiting
know what I
on
mean? Look, I was curious, but I believe in the process. They say trust the process. I'm gonna trust the process. Not to mention this cakes we talking about, so I know you got it.
Hey. Oh my goodness. So, Chef Breakfast. I mean,
Mm.
I know you've made a lot of things in your, your lifetime. Tell me, what, I mean, are there different types of lasagnas that you've made?
So I've done a vegetarian lasagna. I had a friend who was a sheer. I say she was a vegetarian. She was a vegetarian. Um, but she always allowed me to cook for her. So that was always like a challenge for me to cook for a vegetarian because, I eat everything. You know what I mean? So like going into that, like really kind of learning some different techniques, the mushroom lasagna was definitely a really fun one.
Now I love some good
Different
mushroom.
Yeah, the different textures in the mushrooms, like getting the different types. It's almost like the same thing of like if you were doing a meat lasagna, choosing different meats, beef, out of bison, whatever you want. But just like the same thing, yeah, changing up those mushrooms, change up that texture and the consistency of it.
Absolutely. Yes, no, I love a good mushroom. It's definitely a good meat substitute. Now, I do the meat though. I ain't gonna lie to y'all right now. I absolutely eat meat. However, I do feel like it's an awesome substitute before you go to like the soy products and things like that.
100%. I would do mushrooms over soy products any day of the week. Any day of the week.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right. I think it's time for us to get to our next segment here. Talk about meat eaters. Our next segment is going to be. Nope, I forgot. Sorry. Yes. Our next segment is going to be, okay, it's going to be our gourmet game. All right. Our gourmet game is going to consist. So, the rules for this gourmet game, I will give you an ingredient, okay? And you have 30 seconds. You have 30 seconds to name as many dishes that you can make with this ingredient as possible. Look at the wheel spinning. I love the
Okay.
wheel spinning up there.
Okay,
He's excited.
okay. Let's go outside the box a little bit today. Okay.
He is excited, and I love that. I love that. All right, so let me get a timer going.
All inclusive.
Let me get a timer going.
I'm excited. Boy, I can feel my back getting bigger by the second. Let's go.
Okay, the first ingredient is going to be we're gonna throw some softballs first, and then we're gonna get a little harder. But I don't think anything's harder, Chef Rexus. Okay. First ingredient: cucumber.
Oh man, cucumbers. See, we got shepherd salad, any type of sushi. Um, I have done a fish with cucumber mix before as well. Like the freshness of the cucumber, absolutely fire. I have done a cucumber vodka martini before as well because mind you, food still works.
All right,
Was
all
that
right. I
fine?
think we
Damn.
got more in there. We got four in there, and I ain't gonna lie, half of them I didn't know what that was. He got them in there, so that matters. Okay, so that's cucumber. You got 4 points on the board so far. Um, let's move on to the next ingredient, shall we?
Hmm.
Next ingredient. Let's go with another softball. Ah, steak.
Ooh. I have done a steak salad, steak quesadilla. Um, I have done a steak. What is it? Like a steak egg roll. So a steak breakfast egg roll as well before. Steak and eggs is definitely one of my absolute favorites. And then a steak with a pepper sauce. Is also a really good one. Steak with blue cheese as well, so the blue cheese crumbles on top, and then stuffed steak with crab meat in the middle.
Goodness gracious. Okay, I think we might have
Look,
hit a. I think we might
look.
have hit something good here. We might have hit
And
gold
look,
here
stuff
because
steak with crab, and when you get a real thick cut steak, you cut a slit in, you put that steak, boy.
Bill was coming. He was when I said rapid fire. He said, "Yeah, I got it. I got it. Don't worry about it."
And look, my back be big. What you talking about? My back look like a menu. I'm ready, bro. Let's go.
All right. I think it's time to get a little harder. Once again, I don't know if it's harder for Chef Rexus, but it might be a little bit harder for the audience. But I feel like y'all gonna learn something here today. Okay, you're gonna learn something. You're gonna get learned something.
Learn today.
You're gonna learn today. Let me go ahead and stop and make sure if y'all just got here, y'all know this is Cooking with Cakes. My name is Top Bad Judy Cakes. All right, this is where we take trending social media recipes, make them in my kitchen, let you know if it's good before you make it in your kitchen, right? Our featured guest today is Chef Rexus, and we are making a seafood lasagna. However, we got 2 minutes before I show y'all. Yes, I'm building up the suspense. We're gonna do that.
Hmm.
All right.
She made that. That's so good. She made that. Oh
That's
my
it. That's it right there. Okay.
God.
So, um, right now we are playing our gourmet game where Chef Rexus, we will give him a ingredient and he has 30 seconds to name as many dishes as he can with that ingredient. All right. Next ingredient. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Next ingredient is going to be shallots.
Ooh. All right. So gumbo for sure. An Alfredo with some shallots at the bottom. Absolutely fire. Shallots is like a mixture between garlic and onions. It's like the perfect balance. Um, what else have I done shallots in? I've done shallots in an omelet before. I've done shallots in lamb, at braising lamb, and then using shallots for the sauce for the dark wine sauce. Great. And then omu rice, omu rice, omu rice, omu rice,
Okay. You know he's playing with you.
omu rice.
I don't think I could have done that as well as he did. All right, because shallots, no, it took me a while to figure out what that was.
Mm-mm. They so good. I try to keep like one or two just stuck in the fridge. So just in case I start getting to that dish of braising and stuff like that, like it's a must. Bring them shallots.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, let's do one more before we make the big reveal. Chef Rexus, are you ready?
Already.
All right, this ingredient is mayonnaise.
Ooh. All right, so mayonnaise. Let's start off with Mama's potato salad. Mama's potato salad, fire. Ham sandwich because we on tag because you know what I mean. Now from here, let's go into a spicy salmon, spicy smoked salmon salad. You can actually use the Kewpie mayo because that's the only mayo that we be using to make the dressing. You can also do a sushi and then put Kewpie mayo over the top. And if you hit it with a torch and torch the mayo, the fatness in it will actually count as a topping. Fire.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Look, fire. Look at here. Cupid mayo over the top. Like, get yourself some fish, da da da, sushi. Squirt the Cupid mayo, just make it look crazy, but then hit it with a torch and light it on fire.
He
Oh
said,
my goodness.
he said, hit it with a torch. Goodness, I'm gonna need to get me a torch. All right, y'all watch out for that on Cooking with Cakes. Chef Rexus, I want to thank you for being here. I think it's time for the big reveal.
Always. It was a pleasure. Look, I'm gonna box down because I'm trying to see all of that. Oh, we're recording. I'm trying to see all of that lasagna. So you know what I mean? Let me box down. Shout out to
Thank you, Chef Rexus, everybody. Okay, catch them when you can because yeah, catch them when you can. That's all I got to say about that. Catch them when you can. With that. All right. Let me get Sweet Thing in here to be my assistant real quick and make sure that y'all can see what y'all need to see because it's time for that big reveal. All right. What we making? Seafood lasagna. It's been resting the right amount of time and I think it's time for y'all to see. Ba-boom. Okay. That is that seafood lasagna, y'all. And I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna do a little bit more parsley just because I want it to be a little bit more green on top. But boom, okay? This is seafood lasagna. This is what I'm talking about. This is that brown caramelized like color that I want to see on top. This needs to be cut. Hold on. All right. This needs to be cut, honey. All right. You got to tell me twice. We're gonna cut that thing. We gonna cut that thing, all right? So I'm just gonna, oh, I can already see the crab. It's nice and saucy. Goodness gracious. I don't touch it, girl. Don't touch it. Let me grab me a spatula. All right, just make sure I got it cut to where it need to be. All right. Oh, Lord. Okay. All right. Let's trust in my abilities to get this to this plate. Let's turn it around. Let's turn it around. Not you at the door. Oh, Lord. Okay. Dig it on in there. Oh, my goodness. Falling apart, but I don't even care. Hello? Get on this plate. Get on this plate, honey. Get on this plate. I mean, all the stuff in this. I probably should have let it rest a little bit longer. But this is Cooking with Cakes, and we hungry. If you let it rest a little longer, it won't break up like this, okay? All right, tip of the day. Tip of the day, okay? Do as I say and not as I do, all right? Do as I say and not as I do. Y'all done heard that before. All right, it's time to taste. It's time to taste. All right. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Oh, child. I just want to make sure that we're getting just the definition of everything that's in here. We got that spinach, that shrimp. We've got them crab pieces. This one does have that ricotta cheese in it. And just, it's just saucy. I can't even, and it's saucy. All right. It's also hot, but y'all know I risk burning my taste buds and stuff like that for y'all. Just for y'all, not for nobody else. All right. Here we go. Ooh. Holy. Lord. Okay. That tastes like a lasagna and a seafood boil wrapped up into one. Can I tell y'all? Hello? Let me put this plate down. Okay. Once again, thank y'all for coming here today. My name is Judy Cakes. This has been Cooking with Cakes, where we like to take trending social media recipes, make them in my kitchen, let you know if it's hitting on anything for you, make it in your kitchen. This has been seafood lasagna. And I'm gonna go ahead and say this is a must try. This is absolutely a must try. If you ever want the recipe that inspired this meal, that inspired any meal on Cooking with Cakes, absolutely hit me on Instagram. If you ever have a recommendation of a meal that you'd like me to make, absolutely also hit me on Instagram, not tagged, okay? You won't get through. You won't get through. Once again, thank you all for coming. I think I'm gonna eat. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think I'm gonna eat. All right. Bye, y'all.